A very good morning to everyone present here. We are very happy to have you all today with us. As you all know, today's webinar is focusing on MBA. We're going to be discussing everything about MBA. So we have our speaker for the session today is Amitesh Singh, uh, who is an alumni of IIT Trichy. So he has been through all of that grill and he can really help you with all his personal experience around MBA. Thank you so much, Mitesh, for joining in, and over to you.
Okay. So, very good morning to all of you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for providing such kind of platform where we can really connect with the students and we can make things happen that, the download of the information, availability of the information that actually is going to work very vitally for.
Yes, it's your screen's visible.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so that is also something that is I'll be definitely appreciating in between if any of the students are having any of the queries that yes they can either ask me at the end of the session in our Q&A open Q&A session, or in between also if you feel like there is something that is not having the clear understanding, you're not able to develop a clear understanding related to something, you can also go for immediate raising your hand and I will try to solve this there itself. Okay, ma'am. So I believe that we are good to go.
Yes. So just guys, if you have any queries, you can type in the chat box and we'll take it simultaneously also.
It's visible now.
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
Okay, right. So this was the one that I was talking about. First thing first, the placements first, the propositions first, the career proposition first, the brands first, right? So of course, this is a slide that it's pretty exhaustive in terms of all the genre of management, all the expertise, all the domains of management. But I would want all of us to focus on banking and finance, the companies that actually are going to be pretty intrigued when it is about your profile, because finance professional plus management, yes, welcome to the world of financial modeling, predictive modeling, budgeting companies, consulting companies, financial consulting companies, M&A, merger and acquisitions companies. All these profiles, there are hundreds of profiles, trust me, only talking about banking and finance, right? Hundreds of them. So let's not talk about all other rows. Let's talk about only the third row. I know, not I don't hope, I know all of you must be knowing these names pretty nicely. You must be very acquainted with all these names of JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Barclays, and all these ones, right? So obviously, I mean, there is a flow of opportunities. The question is whether you have the right filter net or not. If you have the right filter net, definitely you are going to catch big fishes. And that filter net that you are having to make yourself a profitable proposition for these companies, obviously they are definitely going to have you as their first choices, because they are waiting. I'm paying one person and I'm actually getting two persons. Wow. I'm getting a manager, I'm getting a finance professional for one person. Otherwise, definitely, if for example, let's say you are a person who was able to convert I am ABC, any of these, right? Then you are coming out with a package of 30 lakhs, 35, 40 lakhs per annum. So if a company, call it Barclays, right? Barclays Chennai operations. What do they want to do? They want to hire a person who has financial certifications, right? Compliance certifications, and has management in financial management. I mean, a competency developed in financial management from I'm Calcutta, right? They will be offering you 40, because separately, if they are going to hire both of these people, they will be paying 30 here and 30 here. It is going to cost them 60. But you bringing both the competencies on board, 40 happily, while they were planning to hire a person, or to expect an incumbent coming to their company with a package of 30, they will be easily convinced to offer you 60. Let's take it from here. Money is good. So yes, let me talk some spices now. Let me talk some, some stuff of interest. Yes, so these are the graphs, these are the buildings, these are the blocks. You can see that you are going to be subjected towards. Okay, so the orange ones are the average packages, median CTC, cost to company, right? And purple one is fee, right? So this what this chart shows, IIM Ahmedabad is going to charge you 30 lakhs for 2 years, and they are going to, on an average, optimistically 31.5. This is average, people. You gotta understand this thing. It can be more than that also, it can be less than that also, right? So 30 lakhs and 31.5 per annum you are going to get. For example, just imagine the person got placed at just the median salary, nothing more than that. So this person is going to spend 30 lakhs in 2 years, which definitely is going to come out of the bank loan if someone is coming on from any, you can say average middle class family or middle class family. So 30 lakhs is going to go through education loan. How much? 12%, right? 11.99%, 12.99%, something, 12%, we can take it 11.99%. So 30 lakhs looks a very big, huge amount of money, right? But ultimately, what happens that if you do an MBA, this is a question that is asked to me very, very commonly. I mean, it's a very frequent question that is asked to me. Sir, 30 lakh MBA for 30 lakhs. Oh my goodness. Sir, वहां से तो 10 लाख का हो रहा है, 5 लाख का हो रहा है. So this is a very different calculation altogether. आप 5 लाख का MBA करते हो, आप 10 लाख का MBA करते हो और आपको 3 लाख, 4 लाख की, 5 लाख की जॉब लगती है. ROI नहीं आएगा, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं आएगा. आई गेस यू पीपल आर राइट सेट ऑफ पीपल टू टॉक ROIs. But if you are doing it from Ahmedabad, 12, I mean, that is going to be roughly 31.5 lakhs. अगर आप एवरेज भी लेते हो तो आपका इन हैंड आता है 2.5, आपका इन हैंड 2.1 के आसपास आएगा, 2.1, 2.2. That means per month in hand salary that is going to get credited in your account is going to be 2.15 something. And how much you are going to pay? You're going to pay from 5 years perspective, or 12%, it is going to be somewhere around 64,000. 64,000 is going to be the deduction, 64, 65,000. And you're going to have 2,000, 2 lakhs, 15,000, right? So for that too for coming 2 years, because after 1.5 years you are going to take your first switch, and you are going to have 10%, 5%, 10%, 20% is a industry standard based hike. So अगर 10% की भी आपको मिलती है तो ये 34 lakhs हो जाता है, right? Plus MBA degree, non-engineers. Okay, so here what happens? Management trainee level, they are going to get into management trainee level, which actually was, middle management. So they are going to start with middle management. After 2 years of management trainee, 1 year of management trainee, they are going to have a functional role, managers, where it is going to be 30 around lakhs. Middle management they are going to get into in the age of 30, which is going to be DGM, AVP, DVP. Then senior management, they are going to move to head of the function, which is going to be definitely department head, HOD of the department, which is like your SVP, VP, vice president and senior vice president. And then definitely 41, 42, 43, we are at CXO level. So you can also see the next part, which is the most important and which is the first to be discussed, is how. So why is discussed, the lucrative opportunities are discussed, money is discussed. I should talk more into money terms, because all of you are having your specialization into that, right? So how do we reach there? There are so many examination, CAT, ZAT, NMAT, SNAP, that we are going to talk about. These are your opportunities. These are the, your national level opportunities to provide you a track that we just discussed, right? CAT is the examination. I hope you must have heard about the name, but still I'm going to uh, emphasize it or reiterate on that, which is CAT is common admission test conducted by IIMs, right? There are 21 now and more are into the pipeline. That Xavier's XLRI, right? XLRI, Xavier's Law Research Institute, right? So what happens in Excel, right? These are the India's favorite institution for human resource management students, HR. NMAT, Narsimunji, Mumbai, under top 20, Symbiosis. Symbiosis, you must have heard. CMAT is the combination of so many colleges that are going to conduct this. MAT, Management Aptitude Test, Maharashtra CET, JBIMS that we saw, that charges you 6 lakhs and provides you with the opportunity of 27.9 lakhs per annum. That takes admission through Maharashtra CET exam. And other Mumbai and Maharashtra based, all the colleges are going to entertain your profile through MHCET. Mica is another college that actually is famous for its capacity to develop the competency of the students towards advertisement and marketing, basically advertisement. So we have discussed why, what. Now let's talk about how. Acing CAT 2025 and what all it takes, right? So what we can see from the presentation here, there are three parts of preparation, and this is very common. This must be very common with your ACCA preparation, because goal setting, understanding CAT, and preparation plans. So let's move a little ahead and let's see how we are going to set the goals, right? So first of all, what I want you to understand, that this is a kind of an assignment, that is kind of a behavioral assignment, that you gotta spare every day 15 to 20 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes for introspection, right? In that introspection session, I want you to come up with, what do you want, which college do you want. I want you to do as much research as possible. Have a discussion one to one and we can go ahead with that. I can help you with that as well, right? So these are the colleges of cluster 1, cluster 2. You can see these are the ones that you can find out. Then cluster 3 also are going to be there. So these are the ones. And yes, now we are going to move, as I have told you, about foreign also. So I believe tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, cluster 1, cluster 2, and cluster 3. These are the ones that you will be looking out for if you are looking out for CAT. GMAT and GRE, yes, I mean, it is a very detailed subject. It needs a separate session altogether. So I'll be quickly going through this. I mean, Indian School of Business is an opportunity in India. SP Jain is there. Xavier Institute. Okay. Now I guess the slides are moving because I have taken it to the smaller screen. Ma'am, the slides are moving, right?
Yes, yes, we can
Okay,
see.
okay. Right. So Harvard, right? Wharton Business School, LBS London Business School, HEC Paris. And in India, if you are going to talk about your GMAT score, Indian School of Business, SP Jain, Xavier's, IIM, IITs, there are so many colleges that are going to accept the GMAT score, right? GMAT is an examination that is conducted by GMAC, right? So this also happens. I mean, you can apply for that, and if you get a score, this is you're expected to score out of 800. The syllabus and all these things are same. There is only one big major difference when you're talking about CAT versus GMAT. Why am I emphasizing on GMAT? Because I understand you guys already are on the track of ACCA. Then it makes sense completely that you must be interested about abroad settlements, okay, abroad careers. So that's the reason why I'm emphasizing it. So the basic difference that you are going to find between CAT and GMAT is, GMAT is going to ask you know intricacies of English, while CAT asks your comprehension skills or understanding of English, right? And this is going to ask for expertise. GMAT is going to ask for expertise of English. Math is more or less same. Yeah, one more thing is there, that GMAT is adaptive. Dream B school, राइट. दो स्टेजेस होती हैं. पहला टेस्ट स्कोर. यू आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू राइट योर CAT examination and get a percentile. On behalf of that percentile and your profile score, you are going to get a call from IMs, right? And those calls are going to deal with your I mean the final selection is going to be dealing with your test score. So the process goes like, you apply for a college, I mean for an exam, you get the admit card, you appear for the examination, you write the examination, and then after writing this examination, after a certain score cutoff, if you have cleared that cutoff, they are going to give you a call. And if they are going to give you a call, that they are going to ask you to submit your profile, your basic details, your work ex, your 10th, your 12th, all this data they are going to submit as an information. And on behalf of that, they are going to ask you for appearing for your PI scores, personal interviews, and VAT scores. These four things are going to provide you with the opportunity of cracking a, getting a seat into your desired institution. First, it is going to be test score. Then you have to submit your profile. They are going to conduct your written ability test. What is VAT? VAT is the written ability test. They want to see how good you are with writing, because once you reach corporate, most of the communication happens over emails. And if you are not able to write lucid and very easily plausible emails, definitely it is not going to be considered in your favor, that you are, it is definitely going to be, you are going to have a perception that you are a person who is not good at all in communication. Now, this is one Venn diagram that personally I have evolved, right? Getting to your dream B school, my probable test score, मेरा टेस्ट स्कोर कितना आएगा, मेरे प्रोफाइल स्कोर से मैच करने वाले कॉलेज कौन से हैं. So red circle shows my test score, blue shows schools matching to my profile score, and yellow shows the schools that I want to get into. Okay, eligibility criteria for IIM Ahmedabad, VRC 70 percentile, DILR 70 percentile, QA 70 percentile. These are the sectional cutoff. Overall 80 percentile. So these are the cutoffs that they want in CAT. Of course, percentile we are talking about, so it is not absolute. These are not marks. These are not percentage. These are percentiles. You have to stay above 70% individuals. For if you want to get into IIM A, you need to stay above 70% individuals who have written the examination in VARC section, which is your English section. DILR, data interpretation and logical reasoning. QA, quantitative aptitude. Okay, so these are the subjects that you are expected to prepare there. So file score. We talked about percentile here, right? My test score. So this is test score. Then we talked about profile score. So this sets up your profile scores. These are the parameters that they look out for, look into individuals for their profile scores. Class 10th score, how much they have scored in 10th, how much they have scored in 12th, how much they have scored in graduation. If work X is applicable, then what is the score? Gender diversity. Yes, males get certain profile weightage in certain college, females get certain profile weightage in certain college. Academic diversity. How differently you have educated yourself, right? Are you a simple regular regular individual with regular degree and all these things, or there is one CL MBA profilizer that we deal with, right? MBA profilizer is actually something that actually helps you with identifying till where you can go. Okay, so this is one thing that provides you that which college is going to call at what percentile. I'm going to just increase the size of this slide. So for this student, I mean, what is Profilizer? Profilizer is AI based mechanism. It's a program. What it needs, it is going to ask you about your 10th percentage, 12th percentage, graduation percentage, WorkX if applicable, right? Your achievements, your national, international exposures. It is going to ask for if you have appeared for any Olympiads, all the relevant information for about your profile. And then it is going to provide you with this graph, right? This bubble graph. This bubble graph is showing for this particular student, if you can look at, I am Calcutta. So at 99 percentile, he has got medium to high probability of fetching the call, right? Now, let's talk about I am Kozhikode, or in the top line, I am Bangalore. At 98 percentile for this individual, if he scores 98 percentile, he is going to have a very high chance of being called by I am Ahmedabad and Bangalore and I am. So if this guy somehow scores 99, he's going to have a call from definite call from I am Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Lucknow, Calcutta, Kozhikode and Shillong and SPJAN. Similarly, if even if he scores 100 percentile, JBIMS is not going to be something that he's going to get, right? Very low chances. And now I would want the students or anyone who has got any type of queries, questions, anything that I can.
So if they want to look at other fields of MBA,
Mhm.
probably like a marketing or an HR,
Mhm.
is that a good option for them, or is that like not matching their career goals, or how is that being pursued by an employer?
Right, right, right. See, here when we talk about the expertise of an individual, definitely, if I am working in a field, for example, you can take the pilots, right? The pilots are known for their flying hours that they have, spent in their competency development. So if I'm a person coming from a background that is financial compliances oriented, then obviously if I join the race with the same people, I'm going to be on the same foot. For example, I am a person who has done BCom and I get into MBA and I go to marketing, right? I am till the graduation I have ran the race with commerce individuals, and now I'm going to run with the race of marketing individual. So of course my race, my expertise, my practice till BCom is going to go in vain completely. Is it or is it not? So why should I not take my competency, and my direction should be the same? So what I would suggest for a ACCA student or CA student, CFA student, make sure that we take our expertise into our MBA. So definitely a person with graduation plus masters in same field is going to be definitely first choice in comparison to the contrasting fields or paradoxical degrees, right? If a person is HR, I mean, if a person is BBA and does, MCA, doesn't match, right? Doesn't add up. So person doing BCom and then financial management, person doing CA then financial management, yes, that is a perfect combo, killing combo.
Okay, great.
And trust
I,
me,
w- I was just asking because if someone's looking to do MBA for a career switch, so then in that case,
yeah, in that case, so it makes sense completely. If you want to switch, if you are understanding after a certain period of time, no, uh, I like my coffee to be stronger, right? I would want my coffee to be stronger. So definitely they can go for a change. Of course, it is, ma'am. Let me tell you that default is IAMs. AMs 30 lakhs default. You go to IAM, whatever you were previously doesn't matter, right? You went to IAM, you got 30. If you want to have something more, then you can shine your expertise into multiple avenues. So of course if you want to switch, obviously it is also a possibility, but in
okay,
that case you are going to lose the benefit of the follow up competency development, right? So
yeah,
that's how. So very well, person can switch, person
okay.
can make their coffee stronger.
Yes.
Yeah, so
So we
should
have a
I
question.
yeah,
I can probably read it out for you. Should I
yeah, please.
plan masters after completing ACCA, or simultaneously while pursuing ACCA?
Yes, it can be both the ways, right? Because definitely you are having your plate half filled, right? So it's not expected out of you that you will be in the first attempt itself you are going to kill. And CAT is a kind of an examination that is definitely not going to ask for your age, number of attempts, anything, because they understand. See, they are looking out for leaders, and leaders are beyond age, beyond attempts. They're beyond all these things, right? So obviously, if you are planning for an MBA, I would want you to start from here itself. Even if the pace is slow, even if you are, having 10% of focus on that and 90% on your ACCA. Makes sense completely. Since the team lead position was empty, I have managed the whole team for 6 months or 1 year, and you have to believe it. You do not have any other parameters except my confidence and my pitch to believe it, right? So this is one benefit. But all in all, you say examination is same, process is equally tough. I believe students are more benefited, because when you are working, you have to give 9 hours there, and then you have to prepare. Students have the whole day for their aspiration. So I believe people say that being workex is preferred. I would say being full time preparatory model is preferred.
Thank you, because I think this is a doubt all the
Uh,
student has.
Very commonly
For
asked
yeah,
questions, very
yes.
uncommonly asked questions.
Okay, so someone's asking, doing an MBA from India or outside India is a value add after ACCA, because ACCA is a global qualification.
Right, right, right. What I would suggest that definitely, if you have, I'm ABCIKL from India, they are internationally recognized, right? I am A27 all over India, all over world rank 27. I am ISB also, Indian School of Business. That is, you know, also something that I believe is recognized everywhere, all India, all over the world, rank 7 management college, right? So if you are doing it from here, it is similar, right? And if you are doing from the brands outside, of course it is going to have additional benefit. So either you go for foreign or you go for top in India, because top in India colleges are having the same impact. Trust me, I am, if you're coming from ISB, if you're coming from IM Ahmedabad, it is equal to LBS, London Business School. It is going to be similar. You are going to get similar consideration there. We ourselves, we tell people that कई बार बच्चे आते हैं मैम मेरे पास कि हाँ सर आई एम ए कन्वर्टेड है, बी कन्वर्टेड है और एफएमएस कन्वर्टेड है. आई एम ए का मतलब 30 लाख की फीस, 32 लाख का एवरेज पैकेज, और एफएमएस का मतलब 2 लाख की फीस और 34 लाख का पैकेज, 34 lakhs पैकेज. So I tell them that if you want to stay in India, you do not want to work abroad, go for FMS. Even in South India, IM has bigger name than FMS. North India, FMS is God, right? Similarly, if you are going to go abroad, IMA, everyone knows, FMS, nobody does.
So I think that's the questions that we have. However, guys, again, I'm saying, if you have any sort of doubts, clarification, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Sir also. We will really be happy to help and guide each one of you. And thank you so much for making time for the session. And thank you, Amitesh sir, for such an insightful session, for helping us clearly understand what are the 3 steps to do MBA. So at least we can get started, we can start tuning ourselves if MBA is our goal. So thank you so much, sir, for taking out valuable time and
Pleasure, man. Pleasure
providing
is all mine. I mean, meeting people who can be helped with the information that we have, knowledge that we have, is the same thing that we both are doing, right? So definitely, I'm just following you in that. Okay. That is always a pleasure, ma'am. Always a pleasure to connect with you, right? Okay, ma'am.
thank you so much, sir.
Okay, ma'am.